Okay, so some of my number one advice if you are considering getting pregnant or are pregnant is to really focus on nutrition and also really learning about what's to come. So post baby, you really want to know how to breastfeed, and you also want to know the signs that your baby might be giving you, such as if they have colic, if they're hungry, if they're tired. There's a lot of information that can help you understand your baby. And why you would want to know all of this before getting pregnant is so that during your pregnancy phase, you can really rest and not overwhelm yourself with information. I believe as women, we should have actually been taught all of this before we had kids, because most of us want to and should be resting during the pregnancy phase. And most of it's not really complicated. It's just that we weren't taught, or things have become more complicated as the generations go on and more horror stories are shared about birth and pregnancy. I was just someone who was fortunate enough that during my first pregnancy I could take a lot of time to spend researching about pregnancy. I really deep dived, but at the same time I didn't know what I needed to research, and the difference between my first and my second son was the breastfeeding component. And I'm sharing this right now while I'm breastfeeding my son, my second son. And I had complications with breastfeeding during the first time, because there's certain things that you need to know that create that bond instantly, and things that we're not taught. I even had a midwife come to my house. She came to my house and even she didn't know what was going on, and that's sad. And it's not until I did further research into breastfeeding, because I wanted to do it with my second son, that I really worked out what the difference is. And I didn't have any of those complications with my second son.